And if I was tempted to read manga, I might have the same trash tier taste that I have now, reading only
You definitely did.
action, comedy, ecchi, romance, school life, and supernatural mangas. If I were to go into those tabs, I might want to read Oroku na Tenshi wa Akuma to Orodo, which also roughly translates as Stupid Angel Dances with the Devil, or The Foolish Angel Dances with the Demons. Either way, it's equally as seductive. Let's read the description. It's, Atsuki has just transferred into a class in Japan from a long way away, all the way from hell to be exact.
Whoa!
Wow! Atsuki is a demon who's come to Earth to find someone who can motivate the forces of hell to fight back against the invading heavenly army. He immediately sets his sights on one of his classmates, the kind and beautiful Lily, but ends up way over his head when it comes, and it turns out Lily has some secrets of her own.
This is so painful, dude. Speed it up.
Tom, let me tell you what one of these secrets is. Lily is actually from the opposite of hell.
Is that how it's worded?
Oh, no. Like, that last bit was from me, but, so the description's over. The painful description is over. But yeah, Lily's an angel. Akutsu, or whatever his name is. I can't pronounce Japanese names. We'll call him Toshiba from now on. I don't know. But, like, he's a demon. She's an angel. Let's get it on. This is a great manga.
I thought this was going to be like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. But based on chapter 1, which was like 80 pages, dude. Did you notice that? This is insane.
It's fantastic.
Based on chapter 1, it looked like it's going to be more like a girl dominates guy kind of BDSM type manga thing. Well,
it's not.
You know, it's just...
No, so it's not. So chapter 1 came out like 8 months ago. This is basically a year ago. And the page that was passed around all the time was like a picture of like the girl straddling the dude, and the dude was like choked in a collar, like he was a subservient dude. It was like super masochistic type of thing. I was like, I'm not really sure if I'm into this, but it gets so good and the faces are fantastic that this manga is something that you're gonna want to check out. There's about 13.5 chapters of just pure greatness in this area. It's not masochistic, and it's just a fun little rom-com that will get you get your blood pumping, get the juices flowing.
Oh, wow.
Catch my drift.
So, yeah, like I said, chapter 1 seemed like BDSM kind of thing to me, but chapter 3 seemed like that one manga where they want to confess to each other.
Kaguya-sama, yes, exactly.
Yeah, is it kind of like every chapter's, they have a different dynamic? Because chapters 1, 2, and 3, it seems like their dynamic changed all the time, which doesn't make sense.
I don't want to... Did you only read the chapter 3?
Yeah, should I have read more?
Oh, it gets so... Like, it's exactly what you pointed out, that their dynamic changes.
How is that good? That seems
because
like
it's entertaining.
Schizophrenic.
It's entertaining. It's because so many times you read a manga and the dynamic is set in stone, and it's just the comedic backdrafts of all of these side characters are what gives it variety. But this will go a character arc where the guy has the upper hand and he's like, yeah, I'm the boss. Like, I'm just playing with you. And then it's like the girl will like... It is like Kaguya-sama in the sense where they're like... It's like they're death note of romance. Yeah. But it's like they'll go for a full couple chapters where like I'm in charge. Like, yeah, like I'm doing something that will totally seduce you. Like, I'm so best. And then it's like the guy will be like, nah, but I'm super charismatic. So like you'll definitely fall for me. Like things like that.
So that's kind of like what the whole thing is, because chapter 3 was really heavy on that, where they had like a boxing match metaphor, and it's like they went through like 20 different little like, help me carry my books, and it's like, I'll make her fall for me by carrying her paper, and or it's like, I'll make him fall for me by accidentally falling into his lap. It's like there were like 20 of those gags, but you're saying that's kind of like the whole manga.
I wish you would have read more. Yeah. In fact, and those characters even do carry on. For her, it's a cat that's boxing, and for him, it's a wolf that's boxing. and they do carry on later on, and it just gets more intense and more exciting. You've got maybe I think I said before 13.5 chapters of kind of like Kaguya-sama wants to be confessed to manga, where they're trying to get each other to fall in love with each other, but they're both clearly like, I mean, they both like each other, but
do they? Because
I mean, it depends, because they are also demons and they can't fall like that. But it is very interesting. It's a very interesting read to read. And if you like the rom-com style of manga, this is definitely something you've probably already read. But if you haven't, I definitely recommend checking it out, because one of the things that really attracted me to it in the first place is not only the fun story and the fun writing, character archetype, but the art is superb. And the one pages that you can like rip from each chapter, just be like, whoa, I want to see what's in the rest of that chapter, are significant. You can find one in almost every chapter. You can find a page that's like, will definitely draw your attention.
See, maybe I was kind of speed reading through, is why I didn't pick up on that. But I mean, there were definitely a few visual gags that kind of caught my eye. Like one of them, in one reaction panel, the girl looks like SpongeBob, which is kind of weird.
That is true, yes. Yeah. Well, it's a very self-aware, it's a very current manga, and it's very self-aware in the sense, like,
right.
It knows what's funny, it knows what's a trope, and it knows, like, what's going to be an interesting panel. I forgot that she does do a SpongeBob meme at one time, which is pretty funny. And I mean, I feel like it's current, even though I know SpongeBob is like over a decade old, which is...
SpongeBob could probably drink legally if he were a person.
Oh my God. I don't want to think about that.
I'm exaggerating, but I bet he could vote at least.
Yeah, SpongeBob came out in 1999, which...
Yeah.
How old did that make him now? Like 37?
Like 19 years. Like 19.
Well, he's legal to drink in Europe.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I do get your point. Like there's a lot of funny visual panels and stuff. Like in chapter 1, there was one where it's like, it shows her getting kidnapped, taken into some kind of shady looking van by some shadowy figure. And she's saying, big cars are fun. Like, she's oblivious to the fact that she's getting kidnapped. It's, it's a one-off tiny little panel. But I do get your point that the art's pretty good and that there's a lot of good little comedy bits. But I don't know. It's just something about it. Maybe the fact that I'm not into rom-com stuff. It just doesn't seem like it would stay good for that long.
It stays really good. And it's something that I read religiously when it comes out. This girl, Lily, is like, hits a lot on
she seems too much of like the bully archetype.
No, she's not. No, because it like definitely when you get past like chapter 4, it like completely switches. And the dude, for the last like at least 5 chapters, the dude totally has an upper hand. She enacts a plan where she's gonna like just completely do all the archetypes and make him like completely fall for her. And she's like falling down the stairs, and then there's a whole page where the dude like dramatically catches her and keeps her from doing that plan, and he's like, oh, you need to be more careful, don't make me worry. And he makes her fall for him like just way harder than like it's so great. I love almost everything about this manga, and the art is fantastic, the side characters are great. Main girl Lily is like fires on all cylinders on my type of girl. So
it's just one more thing on the power balance issues. In chapter 1, she puts like a not a crown, I've been thinking too much about
a collar.
She puts a collar on him, which is kind of like, it controls his powers a bit, and like she can even make his body move like a puppet. See, that to me, that's a power imbalance, unless he gets something similar to like put on her.
I don't want to spoil anything, but the power imbalance probably towards where I'm at now in the series lean towards him.
Wow. See, that's very interesting to me. And that's not the implication that's set up in the first.
No, the first chapter is like super masochistic.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with like it makes him almost like his facial expressions are that of a woman towards the end. Like he's just like
at one point he's like
a
step on me, he says, and it's like really weird fetishistic stuff.
Yeah, and when I first read that, I did not follow up with the manga. And I was like, ugh, I don't want to see this. Like, I'm not really big into being tortured. But
yeah, I know.
Totally pulls it around. It's a completely different manga after the first chapter. They're like masochistic on each other, if that makes sense. But it's not even masochistic at this point. Like he completely like woos her. And if anything, he's in the lead in the past 5-6 chapters. So it's definitely worth reading past the first couple chapters if you're into that sort of rom-com thing.
Yeah, definitely I would say get past chapter 3 then, because that's kind of where I left off. And it seems like he can hold his own a little bit, but it does not give the implication yet that he would surpass her at times.
Yeah, so he's, in the past couple chapters, he's kicking her butt, at least. Like, he's totally, and that's what I like about it. I mean, in reality, it's rare that you're going to see the girl, like, being so masochistic, but, you know, you really get into the great gender dynamics with these two characters, and it's something I can appreciate. And the art, like I said, is just fantastic.
Well, this was, I pulled it up to say like who scanlates it to give proper credit, but it looks like there's been like 4 different groups who have worked on this over the year. So chapter 1 was like a joint thing from Psylocke Scans and Underdog Scans, and then what is it, like chapter 2 through 8, 9, 10, whatever. 2 through 10 was Cyril Zaru, and then everything since has been Valhalla Scanlation. So shout outs to you guys, I guess. And
yeah, I hope you guys continue. This is a fantastic little manga to scanlate with over 100,000 views. So I hope you guys take it with the proper reverence that it should. If not, we're gonna have to pick it up and keep going with it. So
not me. We'll have to find another scanlator.
I'll have to scanlate it on my own, which will just basically be a rewrite with like old dog style. Like I'm just gonna make up my own words.
I'll have to Google translate it. Every other panel will be, oh, big yeah.
Be like, like Duang style.
Yeah. Yeah, I would read that. I would read that over the official scans or unofficial scans, whatever.
All right, so speaking of that, how many big guy thumbs up would you give it?
I don't know. What out of what? I'm going to give it like a pretty modest low rating because it's not my genre. If what you said is true, then that would increase my rating, but I'm not going to read it. I mean, realistically, I won't probably read it any further to find out. It's just not my genre, sadly.
Dude, it's like good. It's like it definitely gets a blue out of green rating for me.
Yeah, I mean, it seems good if you like the genre.
And if you like any type of action or any type of comedy, any type of ecche, any type of romance.
You're like getting dominated by a blonde lily girl.
And, like, I don't want to.
I know. I'm just.
No, well, like seriously, I don't want to. If you like them, like to be the sub of the M, I don't recommend this because it's not that. Like the first chapter is very like that, but none of the other chapters are going to be like that. If you're masochistic, this is not going to be beneficial to you. In fact, because the dude completely flips the script, like he becomes the dominant in the relationship. So it's
how about this? You read chapter 1 and then you drop it. If that's what you're into.
If you're into.
So if you like chapter 1, don't continue. But if you don't like it, then read forward.
Maybe, yeah. If you like it, but it also goes back and forth. It's like because personally, I like when the girl is like on the ropes, like that. That's what I like. So
you like to tease, not be teased.
Yeah.
I feel like a good waifu is very bullyable.
Oh man, yeah. That's giving me hot and bothered here, but absolutely. So I think this is a monthly, or at least it's been released monthly. So, unfortunately, that's what you're going to have to do. But I definitely recommend checking out Stupid Angel Dances with the Devil. It's a great little manga.
Where else can they read great mangas? Haha, look at that segue.
Dude, you could also read great mangas at bit.ly/the big guy for you.
I guess, yeah, technically, I guess if that link works.